Hello guys, today we will discuss the whole chapter of carbohydrate. It is very important chapter in all exams. What are carbohydrate? Carbohydrate are the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones having at least three carbon atoms. So here you can see the carbohydrate contain either aldehyde functional group or ketonic functional group. If this ketonic group comes between two carbon atoms, this is ketonic sugar. And if this carbonyl carbon comes with the hydrogen, or ketonic group comes with the hydrogen, this is aldosic or aldehyde group. Here you can see the glycerol, 3 carbon sugar, erythrol, 4 carbon sugar, ribose, 5 carbon sugar, glucose, 6 carbon sugar, and fructose, also 6 carbon sugar. So here you can see there are many hydroxyl group along with the functional group. Here you can see in glucose there are many hydroxyl group along with functional group. Here in fructose you can see there are many hydroxyl group along with the functional group. So the definition comes from the structure. Carbohydrate are the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone having at least three carbon atoms. Least three carbon atoms. Glycerol is the least carbon compound carbohydrate. It is also a reference compound to check the D and L form. Why? Because it contains only one chiral carbon. So, first of all, we will discuss the importance of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate are one of the most abundant organic compound present in this universe. If you can see the total content of carbohydrate, 50% are made by the cellulose. Total organic content and 50% is made by cellulose. Okay. So, carbohydrate are the instant source of energy for our bodies in the form of glucose, fructose, maltose, isomaltose, sucrose, lactose. These are the most important carbohydrates which you obtain from that, and polysaccharide, starch, glycogen, dextrin. These are the carbohydrate which you obtain from food. And carbohydrate are also very important to synthesize other things like protein and lipids. Carbohydrate are also important to make glycoprotein and glycolipids. 1 gram of carbohydrate produce 4.1 or 3 kilocalories energy. So the carbohydrates are very important because they provide energy to the body. Especially red blood cell, your kidney part where there is no mitochondria, there is only way of getting energy is carbohydrate, mean glucose. So red blood cell and most of our brain cell lack mitochondria. So they also require carbohydrate for energy. So, what is the classification of carbohydrate? Carbohydrate are classified into monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. What are the classification? Is you can see the saccharides, monosaccharide, disaccharide, and here you can see the polysaccharide. These are known as sugar, and these are known as complex sugar. Physical property differences between monosaccharide and disaccharide and polysaccharide are they are low molecular weight, soluble in water, and sweet in taste. They have two categories, monosaccharide and disaccharide. They are the simple sugar which cannot be further hydrolyzed. and consist of 3 to 7 carbon mostly. Disaccharide, they are made up of two simple sugar by making a glycosidic bond. So, polysaccharide are complex sugar. They have high molecular weight. They are insoluble in water. They are tasteless. They are made up of multiple sugar, 3 to 100,000 or a million sugar molecules. Here you can see there is a simple one sugar, either 3 carbon, 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon, or 7 carbon, and disaccharide made up of 2 sugars. And it has the general formula of C12H22O11. And polysaccharide has a general formula CXS2ON. This is the general formula of polysaccharide, and this is the general formula of monosaccharide, CH2ON. They are also known as a hydrated carbon because water is the essential part of the carbohydrate. So, what are the example of monosaccharide? Glyceride, glucose, fructose, galactose, ribose, sugar. What are the example of disaccharide? Maltose, sucrose, and lactose. Maltose comes from the starch, sucrose from fruit sugars, and mainly it comes from sugar cane, and lactose comes from the millet. Starch, glycogen, cellulose, lignin, and chitin, these are the polysaccharides. Starch is made up of glucose, glycogen made up of glucose, cellulose is made up of glucose, lignin made up of different component, chitin is made up of N-acetyl glucosamine. Here you can see the definition of carbohydrate. These are the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketones. Of formula CH2N are compounds that cannot be hydrolyzed to them. These are the definition of monosaccharide. Compounds that can be hydrolyzed to them, these are the disaccharide or polysaccharide. Monosaccharide carbohydrate that cannot be hydrolyzed to simple sugars. For example, glucose, fructose, erythrose, ribose. These are all monosaccharide. Disaccharide carbohydrates that can be hydrolyzed into two simple monosaccharide units, like sucrose is made up of glucose and fructose. Oligosaccharides, which are made up of 3 to 9 or 10 monosaccharide units, or they produce 3 to 10 monosaccharide on their hydrolysis. Polysaccharide carbohydrates that are formed by the polymeric sugar, or they produce more than 10 monomers of simple sugar on their hydrolysis, like starch and cellulose. Scientists use the word saccharide to describe sugar. It is a Greek word. Saccharon means sugar. If there is only one sugar molecule, it is known as monosaccharide. If two, disaccharide, and if more than 10, it is polysaccharide. Monosaccharide, they are the simplest form of carbohydrate. They can be further classified on the two bases, on the number of carbon atoms in its backbone and on the basis of their functional group. Here you can see the classification of monosaccharide on the basis of carbon atoms, and here you can see the classification of carbohydrate on the basis of functional group. Okay, 3 carbon sugar is known as triose. Ose means sugar. 4 carbon tetrose, 5 carbon pentose, 6 carbon hexose, 7 carbon heptose. These are their aldehyde form. 3 carbon is glyceride, erythrose, ribose, 5 carbon glucose, 6 carbon galactose, 6 carbon mannose, 6 carbon heptose, 7 carbon. Ketonic dihydroxyacetone, 3 carbon है. It is 3 carbon sugar erythrulose. it is 4 carbon sugar. Ribulose, it is 5 carbon sugar. Fructose, it is 6 carbon sugar, and acetylactulose, which is in the hexose monophosphate chain pathway, it is a 7 carbon sugar. So glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone, they are the part of glycolysis. Retros or rethrolose, they are the part of hexose monophosphate chain pathway or pentose phosphate pathway. Ribose and ribulose, they are also the part of hexose monophosphate chain pathway or pentose phosphate pathway. Hexose, glucose, they are the important sugar of starch and glycogen, and is the main source of energy for animal body. Lactose comes from the milk sugar from lactose. Mannose comes from mannose, a polysaccharide, and fructose mostly comes from the sugar cane. And it is also the instant source of energy because it metabolizes abruptly as compared to glucose. So glucose, what plant makes? Maltose used making beer, disaccharide which comes from the starch, and glycogen. Fructose found in fruits. It is a monosaccharide, comes from mostly sugar cane. Sucrose is a table sugar, disaccharide which comes from the sugar cane. Lactose, which is present in the milk around 5%, comes from the milk. And dosage sugar, which contains polyhydroxyaldehyde as a functional group, ketone, which contains polyhydroxyketone as a functional group. So, these are drugs we have already discussed. How the ring is formed, we will discuss later on. 6-member ring is known as pyranose, and 5-member ring is known as furanose. This enantiomerism and apirism will be discussed in full detail later on. What is glycosidic formation or glycoside formation? Glycosidic bond formation. Glycoside formation. When a carbohydrate are acted with the hydroxyl group under the hydrous or slightly acidic condition, glycosidic bond is formed. So the glycosidic bond is formed under anhydrous condition or slightly acidic condition. Alcohol react with anomeric hydroxyl group to form a glycosidic bond. What is anomeric carbon? Anomeric carbon is that carbon which is achiral before ring formation but becomes chiral after ring formation. Mostly it is the functional group carbon. Lactose is another disaccharide formed by the beta-1,4 glycosidic linkage, as both lactose and glucose has a beta configuration structure, so no problem in their nomenclature. Okay? Beta configuration is the hydroxyl group are in upper side with respect to 6 carbon. So this is also beta configuration, this is also in beta configuration. So this is the first carbon hydroxyl group and this is the fourth carbon hydroxyl group. They are involved in bonding, water is removed, and beta-1 for glycosidic linkage is formed. Lactose is also known as milk sugar and found in dairy product around 5%. When lactose is consumed in human diet, it hydrolyzed and catalyzed by enzyme lactase. It is also known as beta galactosidase to form 3 monosaccharide units like glucose and lactose. So, if our small intestine does not produce lactase enzyme, some people feel vomiting, diarrhea, bloating, feeling gases in their belly because of Lactose is not digested in your small intestine. It goes into the large intestine where bacteria convert into acid and gases, which cause to which cause the decrease in pH, and that decrease in pH cause vomiting, and gases will produce bloating feeling, mean your belly get swell due to gases, and there is noise production. There is a lot of noise production in your belly. So it happens when you lack lactase in them, or your small intestine mucosal cell does not produce lactase in them. Lactose is a disaccharide. Lactase is hydrolyzed into glucose and fructose. So mutarotation. What is mutarotation? If a solution contains both alpha and form of some this is known as mutarotation. Almost all sugar which are reducing sugar show mutarotation. It can reduce failing and Benedict solution and form oxazone. It will make a crystal with the oxazone. So it gives positive test with the failing and Benedict. Why? Because it is reducing sugar. Reducing sugar is that sugar which has a free anomeric carbon, which has a free one anomeric carbon. You can see one anomeric carbon is involved in bonding, and second anomeric carbon is free. So this free anomeric carbon can cause reduction. That's why it is known as lactose is known as reducing sugar. Sucrose is known as not reducing sugar. Why? Because its anomeric carbon is not free. This first anomeric carbon, and in case of fructose, the second anomeric carbon, it is both are involved in linkages. So this is known as non-reducing sugar. So it contains glucose contain alpha configuration, and fructose contain beta configuration. Beta configuration if the hydroxyl group is on the same side as compared to 6 carbon sugar. This is known as beta configuration. Here you can see hydroxyl group is downward, and also 6 carbon is in the downward position. This is known as beta configuration. If this 6 carbon sugar is on upper side, and this hydroxyl group is also on the upper side, this is beta configuration or cis configuration. Here both are downward, it means that it is cis configuration or beta configuration. If one is downward and the other is upward, this is alpha configuration or trans configuration. Here you can see both are involved. This chiral carbon, anomeric carbon, and this anomeric carbon, both are involved in bonding. This is known as alpha 1 beta 2 glycosidic bond. Sucrose is a disaccharide, consists of glucose and fructose. It is made of beta 1 2 glycosidic bond. As both anomeric carbon are involved in glycosidic bond formation, so there is no free form of free open chain reduction or oxidation. So sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. When consumed in diet, sucrose is converted into glucose and fructose by in your small intestine. Sucrase then convert sucrose into glucose and fructose. So fructose and mixture of fructose and glucose is extensively used in soft drinks. This is the importance of sucrose. High caloric syrups. Fructose is sweeter than sucrose, so less is required for same purpose. So fructose is less required in syrup formation as compared to sucrose, because fructose has more sweetener value than sucrose, and sucrose has more sweetener value than glucose. Sucrose does not exist in the body, occur in the sugar pineapple, carrot, sweet potato, honey, and mainly in the sugar cane, which is missing. And mainly it is present in the sugar cane. Sucrase hydrolyzed into glucose and fructose. It does not reduce failing and Benedict solution and do not form oxazone mixture. Okay, why? Because it is a non-reducing sugar, so it does not give positive test with failing Benedict or oxazone. So it is also known as invert sugar, table sugar, or you can say can sugar. Invert sugar, why it is known as invert sugar? Because it's disaccharide form. In its disaccharide form, it is a dextrorotatory product, and in its monosaccharide form, it is a levorotatory product. So, if a sugar in its disaccharide form, it is dextrorotatory, but after its hydrolysis, it becomes a levorotatory. This is known as a invert sugar. Used in pharmaceutical to make a syrup. It is used to make a syrup. Here you can see sugar cane is the richest source of sucrose, and sugar beet is also a major source of sucrose. Here you can see alpha glucose and beta D glucose. Alpha this is now in maltose. Both residue are in alpha configuration. This is wrong. Okay, this is also in the alpha D glucose. So in maltose there is alpha 1, alpha 4 glycosidic linkage, alpha D glucopyranosyl, alpha 1 4 D glucopyranose. Okay, so both residue are in the alpha configuration. This is the condensation reaction. If this hydroxyl group and this hydroxyl group make bonding and water is released, this will make a maltose. This will make a maltose. So it is alpha 1 4 glycosidic group. Does not occur in body, or from where we can obtain maltose. It is obtained by the hydrolysis of starch and glycogen by our salivary amylase and pancreatic amylase. So it is hydrolyzed by the salivary or pancreatic amylase into maltose and isomaltose. Then maltose is hydrolyzed by maltase produced from the small intestine to produce 2 molecules of sugar. Okay, so it is also a mutation sugar. So alpha and beta form in a sugar. It is also form crystal with a phenylhydrazine. Okay, it can reduce failing and Benedict test. Why? Because it's when and 1 nanomeric carbon is 1 hemiacetal anomeric carbon is free, so it is a reducing sugar. As a nutrient, malt extract as a sweetener and fermented region, it is used as a malt extract, as it is used as a artificial. It is used as a sweetener in various syrups, and it is used in the fermentative region, mostly alcohol production. So maltose has very important because of syrup formation and many other things formation. Polysaccharide, the sugar which is made up of more than 10 monomers of simple sugar. Oligosaccharide which are made up of 3 to 10 monosaccharide. For example, maltotriose, or you can say raffinose is made up of glucose, fructose, and lactose. So the stability of glycosidic malt make it possible for monosaccharide to combine to form structurally distinct and biological useful polymer. in the form of starch, in the form of glycogen, and in the form of chitin, in the form of hyaluronic acid. These are all polysaccharides which are made up of different monosaccharides. So polysaccharide also called glycan, they differ from each other in the density for the recurring monosaccharide unit. Uh, why a different polysaccharide get classified? There are the four reasons to classify the polysaccharide. One reason is to identify the reoccurring monosaccharide unit, which monosaccharide unit comes the gain and gain. Then what is the length of that chain? What is the molecular weight of that polysaccharide? In the types of bond linkage in the units, either it is alpha glycosidic linkage or beta glycosidic linkage, or and in the degree of branching, if it is more, it contains more branching or it contains less branches to play diverse biological role. So monosaccharide, polysaccharide can be classified on the basis of their monosaccharide unit, on the basis of their chain, on the basis of their bond, and on the basis of degree of their branches. So polysaccharide are mainly classified into two forms: homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide. Homopolysaccharide, which are made up of same repeating monosaccharide. For example, starch, cellulose, and dextrine. Dextrine, they are made up of glucose. And the heteropolysaccharide, these are the example of homopolysaccharide. Heteropolysaccharide, which are made up of different repeating disaccharide or different repeating monosaccharide. These are the heteropolysaccharide. So homoglycan, starch, cellulose, glycogen, inulin, heteropolysaccharide mean like heparin, gums, mucopolysaccharide, hyaluronic acid, dermatan, dermatan sulfate. These are all heteropolysaccharide. Characteristics: they have molecular weight more than 2 lakh, or in between average weight they contain around 2 lakh. White and amorphous product, they produce white and amorphous product. They are not sweet in taste, they are not reducing sugar, do not give typically positive failing or vanadic test. Foam colloidal solution or suspension solution. What is the difference between colloidal solution? There are three types of solution. True solution, in which you cannot differentiate between a solute and a solvent. Colloidal solution, in which you can slightly differentiate between solute and a solvent. And suspension solution, in which you can completely differentiate between solute and a solvent. Starch, it is the most common storage polysaccharide in plants, and it is stored in the stem, roots, tubers, and other storage regions of plants. It is contain mostly two units. One is mylose unit, which is around 10 to 30%, and other is mylopectin unit, which is 70 to 90%. Mylose unit is straight chain and only contain alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage, and mylopectin also contain branches which comes after the 24 to 30 residue. So it is contain very high molecular weight. The chain are very varying length, having molecular weight from several thousand to half a million. Depends upon the source. Depends upon the source where you obtain the starch. So starch make a blue solution with iodine. Suspension of mylose in water adopt helical configuration. Iodine can insert into the middle of the here you can see it can be inserted in the middle of mylose to give a blue color, and that is characteristics and diagnostic for starch. Starch give blue color with the iodine because it attached in between the glycosidic linkage. So, plant and animals store their energy molecules, glucose in the starch or glycogen. Starch and glycogen molecule are heavily hydrated because they have many exposed hydroxyl group available for hydrogen bond with the water. So, starch is present in the storage region of plant, which is it is hydrated because it contains many hydroxyl group on its branches. And glycogen is present in your liver and your skeleton tissue, which it can make bonding with the water because it can have many exposed water hydroxyl group and can make hydrogen bonds. Mylose contain only alpha 1 for glycosidic linkage. It contain long unbranched chains of glucose residue and only contain alpha 1 for glycosidic linkage. It is molecular weight is few thousand to more than a million. Mylopectin has a high molecular weight around up to it is made up to 100 million glucose molecule, but unlikely mylose is a highly branched. Branch comes after 24 to 30 residue after stage change. Glycosidic linkage joins the successive glucose residue and mylopectin chain is alpha 1,4 and branch point is alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkage. Here you can see only alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage state chain configuration. And here you can see the branches. And this is the mylopectin. Glycogen is the main storage polysaccharide of animal cell, and it is stored mainly in your liver and in your skeleton tissue. It is also known as animal starch because its structure is similar to the mylopectin unit of starch. But what difference is, which is the main difference? It contains more branches as compared to starch. Its branch comes after the 12 to 8 to 12 or 12 to 16 residue of after straight chain. Like mylopectin glycogen is a polymer linked subunit of glucose with alpha 1,6 linked branches. But glycogen is more extensively branched. Why it is more branches required in the glycogen as compared to starch? Because during starvation condition, these branches can easily donate glucose molecule, easily release glucose molecule for getting energy. More compact than starch. Glycogen is easily especially abundant in liver and where it may constitute as much as 7% of the total weight of the liver. It is also present in the skeletal muscle. In a hepatocyte, glycogen is found in large granule with the average molecular weight of several million. Glycogen granules also contained in tightly bound form. The enzyme responsible for the synthesis and degradation of glycogen are present in the liver. For example, glycogen is hydrolyzed by the glycogen phosphorylase, and glycogen is synthesized by glycogen synthase. The synthesis process is known as glycogenesis, and degradation process is known as glycogenolysis. Here you can see extensively branched structure which is present in the liver and animal tissues. Store excess glucose in animals. Glycogen as a source of energy. Each branch in glycogen ends with the non-reducing sugar unit. A glycogen molecule has many non-reducing ends as it has the branches, but only one producing end. Okay, where the branch is ended, that is producing end. When glycogen is used as a source of energy, glucose unit are removed from the branch from the non-reducing end, and it is used as energy. Degradative enzyme that act only on reducing ends can work simultaneously on the many branches speeding the conversion of a polymer to form monosaccharide. What monosaccharide? Glucose, which gives energy to the cell. Plants store glucose in the form of a polysaccharide known as starch in their root. Animals store glucose in the form of polysaccharide known as glycogen in our liver and muscle tissue. Dextrin. It is obtained from a bacteria which is known as Leuconasta mesentery. Leuconasta mesentery. We take that bacteria and put into the sucrose solution. In sucrose, it take the fructose as a energy source and make the polymerization of glucose to make a dextrane. That dextrane contain many linkages: alpha 1 6, alpha 1 3, alpha 1 4, and sometimes it contain alpha 1 2 glycosidic linkage. It is produced in dental plaque formed by bacteria growing on the surface of teeth. It is rich in dextrane. So dental plaque contain rich dextrane. Synthetic dextrane are used in several chemical products. For example, Safadex that serve as a fractionation of protein by size occlusion chromatography. So gel filtration chromatography, we use the polymerization product which is known as Safadex. It also contains dextrane in a rich quantity. So it is also used in the hypovolemic shock. What is hypovolemic shock? When there is a severe accident and there is a lot of blood loss, there is no blood available, then we can use the dextrane as a blood replacement therapy. Why? Because of its three characteristics. It has low osmotic pressure, it has long half-life in your blood, so it can be used as a blood replacement therapy. Then next polysaccharide is a cellulose. Cellulose is the one of the largest organic compound present in on this universe. Almost 50% of all organic compound is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is fibrous stuff, water insoluble substance is found in the cell wall of plant, particularly in stalks, stems, trunks, and all woody portion of the plant. Cellulose constitutes much of the mass of the wood, and cotton is almost fully made up of pure cellulose. Like amylose, the main chains of myelopectin and glycogen, the cellulose molecule is a linear. It contains only one linkage, which is known as a beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. If low glucose residue linked by beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage, it is known as cellobiose. And when many cellobiose units linked by beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage, it will make a cellulose, which is a helical structure. Starch gave blue color with iodine. Glycogen gave a reddish brown color with iodine. Cellulose gives no any color with iodine. Okay, so cellulose constitute much of the mass of wood, and cotton is the most pure cellulose. Its molecular weight around 10,000 to it's contain 10,000 to 50,000 glucose unit in a linear state chain. Difference between glycogen, starch, and cellulose structure. The glucose residue in cellulose are linked by beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage in contrast to alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage in amylose and starch and glycogen. And also glycogen and myelopectin contain alpha 1,6 glycosidic linkage. This is difference gives the cellulose and amylose very different structure and physical property. They have different helical structures. The cellulose helical structure does not give any color with iodine. Glycogen and starch ingested in the diet are hydrolyzed by amylase enzyme in saliva and intestinal secretion from pancreas that break alpha 1 4 glycosidic bond between glucose unit. So alpha amylase only break the alpha 1 4 glycosidic linkage. Most animals cannot break cellulose. Why? Because they do not have enzyme which hydrolyze in the cellulose. Termite readily digest cellulose like wood, but only because their intestinal tract harbor a symbiotic microorganism which is known as trichonympha that secretes cellulose, which hydrolyze the cellulose and produce glucose and maltose, and it will give the energy to the termites. So termites contain trichonympha, which produce cellulose enzyme, which digest water. And the termite use that glucose and maltose produced by the trichonympha. That relationship is a symbiotic relationship. Water art fungi and bacteria also produce cellulose. Similarly, ruminant animals contain ruminococcus in their rumen, so they can also digest cellulose. Heteropolysaccharide, these are the polysaccharides which are made up of different kind of monosaccharides. Usually they provide extracellular support for organisms of all kingdoms. The bacterial cell involved is also made up of heteropolysaccharide, neutral heteropolysaccharide. Heteropolysaccharide are two types: neutral heteropolysaccharide and charged heteropolysaccharide. We will see the difference between neutral and charged. Neutral do not contain any charge, and charge contain sulfate group or acid group, which make them charged molecules. Like hyaluronic acid, heparin, they are the charged, and heptene, which is present in the cell itself, it is uncharged. Similarly, blood group carbohydrate are uncharged, non-polar, and responsible for the identification of blood group. The matrix that hold the individual cell together in animal tissue and provide the protection, shape, and support to the cell, tissue, and organ, they are made up of heteropolysaccharide. If the heteropolysaccharide molecule are formed by different kinds of monosaccharide, they are considered to be heteropolysaccharide. If polysaccharide molecule are made up of different monosaccharides. Hyaluronic acid formed by the 1000 alternative units of N-acetyl glucosamine and glucuronic acid. So these are the two units which make hyaluronic acid. Similarly, structure of hyaluron composed of monosaccharide containing N-acetyl glucosamine and glucuronic acid. They are linked by alpha beta 1,4 and beta 1,3 glycosidic linkage. Glycosaminoglycan are a family of linear polysaccharide that can generally be described as an alternative polymer and are found in all animal tissues. So these are found in all animal tissues. Heteropolysaccharide, which is also known as glycosaminoglycan, they are found in all animal tissues. The repeating unit of glycosamine consists of hexamine. Hexamine mean contains the amino sugar, which contains galactose. If amino group present on the glucose, it is known as glucosamine, and even if it is present on lactose, it is known as lactosamine. And the sugar, galactose, glucuronic acid, and hydronic acid. If glucose get oxidized, it is changed in glucuronic acid or hydronic acid. So either sugar is present or and it is present in the glycosaminoglycan. What is the importance of glycosaminoglycan or heteropolysaccharide? They are found on the cell extracellular matrix and are well preserved among in their mesenchyma or parenchyma tissue. When the gangs are bound, protein core, the resulting macromolecule is known as a proteoglycan. So proteoglycan is formed by the gangs molecule and other macromolecule protein. It is also described as having a portal brush-like configuration. The molecular weight of GAGs ranging from 5 to 5,000 kilodalton. There are several specific GAGs used as a biomaterial, including heparin. It is used as an anticoagulant. Heparin sulfate also used as an anticoagulant. Keratin sulfate, structural heteropolysaccharide, dermatan sulfate, structural heteropolysaccharide, chondroitin sulfate, bonis heteropolysaccharide, and structural cartilaginous heteropolysaccharide. Hyaluronic acid is also major heteropolysaccharide. GAGs are naturally degraded by enzymes such as hyaluronidase, chondroitinase, and heparinase. Heparin and heparin sulfate. Heparin is a highly sulfated GAG and is widely used as an anticoagulant, and it is made up of glucosamine and hyaluronic acid. It is made up of glucosamine and hyaluronic acid. Due to sulfation level, it is very strongly negatively charged and it is anticoagulant. Pharmaceutically, heparin is commonly derived from bovine or porcine mucosal tissues. Heparin is closely related to heparin sulfate and is composed of variable sulfate disaccharide. So, heparin contains more sulfate group as compared to heparin sulfate or heparin sulfate. The prominent saccharide unit of D-glucosamine and hyaluronic acid are uroconic acid. Mostly hyaluronic acid present 90% in along with glucosamine and 10% glucuronic acid along with glucosamine. So, glucosamine, hyaluronic acid unit are around 90% in the heparin and glucosamine and glucuronic acid around 10%. And it contain alpha 1 for glycosidic linkage. The rest of the heteropolysaccharide mostly contain beta 1,4 and beta 1,3 glycosidic linkage. Chondroitin sulfate is also negatively charged GAG, but it is composed of repeating glucuronic acid and N-acetyl galactosamine. So it is made up of glucuronic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine unit. Galactosamine unit. Thus, each disaccharide unit is sulfate and carboxylic group available for modification. Chondroitin sulfate is a major component of cartilage tissue, and being capable of readily absorbing water is credited for the compression strength of that tissue, and it also increase the osmotic pressure. Chondroitin sulfate is often sourced from shark cartilage. Chondroitin sulfate is majorly present in the shark cartilage. Hyaluronic acid, last heteropolysaccharide and one of the most important heteropolysaccharide present in the animal tissues. Hyaluronic acid, and it is made up, it does not contain any sulfate unit. Hyaluronic acid and chondroitin, they do not contain any sulfate group. It is composed of two things, one N-acetyl glucosamine and other glucuronic acid. So it contains N-acetyl glucosamine and other unit is glucosamine, and they linked by beta 1,3 and beta 1,4, beta 1,3, beta 1,4, beta 1,3, beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. They have molecular weight around 50 to 500 kilodalton. Or it is most important fluid present in your eyes and cause lubrication. It is also present in your synovial fluid, joint fluid, and reduce the friction in your joints. If you have deficiency of that hyaluronic acid, it will cause severe pain in your joints because it reduces the friction in your joints. Hyaluronic has been extensively studied as a biomaterial in part due to their unique properties. Here is the structure of hyaluronic acid. It is composed of two things: N-acetyl glucosamine and glucuronic acid, linked by beta 1 3 beta 1 for glycosidic. Similarly, another non-sulfated heteropolysaccharide is chondroitin. Chondroitin made up of N-acetyl galactosamine and glucuronic acid. This is the major difference between hyaluronic acid and chondroitin. Heteropolysaccharide functions. Heteropolysaccharide provide extracellular support to very different organisms from bacteria to human together with the fibrous protein like collagen, elastin, fibronectin, laminin and other. Heteropolysaccharide are most important component of extracellular matrix. Hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate are important heteropolysaccharide in the extracellular matrix. These heteropolysaccharide are usually formed by the repetitive disaccharide unit of amino sugar and sugar, acid sugar. A typical example, this is the hyaluronic acid made up of glucuronic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine. Then at structural peptidoglycan bacterial cell wall are composed primarily of unbranched polymer of alternating unit of N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muronic acid. So they do not contain any sp group. That's why I am saying that hapten of bacterial cell wall do not contain any charge because it is only made up of N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muronic acid, which is uncharged, and they are linked by protein by cross-linking structure. Peptide cross-linkage between the polymer provide extra strength based on the bacteria. Glycoprotein, the combination of carbohydrate protein, is known as a important. Why? Because they have role in immunological protection. They have role in cell-to-cell recognition. They have role in blood clotting. They have role in host pathogen interaction. Here you can see the glycoprotein structure. Protein either attach with the carbohydrate by two linkages. One is O-glycosidic linkage and other is N-glycosidic linkage. O-glycosidic linkage, if the serine or threonine hydroxyl group attaches with the carbohydrate, this will make O-glycosidic linkage. And if the hydroxyl group of carbohydrate attach with the asparagine amino group, this is known as N-glycosidic linkage. Here you can see hydroxyl group of carbohydrate and one hydrogen from amino group is removed in the form of water and N-glycosidic linkage is formed. Simple carbohydrates are found in foods such as fruit, milk and vegetable, cake, candies and other refined sugar products are simple sugar which are also provide energy but lack vitamin, mineral and fiber. Here you can see the pyranose ring. 5-member ring is known as 6-member ring is known as pyranose ring. Here the 5th carbon penultimate hydroxyl group as the functional carbon. Okay, if it attack the 6th carbon functional carbon, that carbonyl group oxygen come in the ring, and that hydrogen that O will attach with the O and make a hydroxyl group. So this is OH and this is H. If this hydroxyl group comes in the right direction, it will produce the alpha form of glucose, and if it comes in the left side, it will produce beta configuration of glucose. The radical around the right side, they come downward, and the radical left side, they come upward in the rings. And in this way, the ring is formed. The penultimate carbon hydroxyl group attach the functional carbon, and that carbonyl group oxygen comes into the ring, and that hydroxyl group, if in the on the right side, it will produce alpha configuration. The radical on the right side, they comes downward, and if it comes on the left side, it will produce beta configuration. The left side radical comes upward round the ring, and right side radical comes downwards in the ring. Here you can see this, that is the first carbon hydroxyl group on the right side, and it will produce alpha configuration. First carbon hydroxyl group is downward, then second carbon is downward, third is upward because it is, fourth is downward, and fifth, and this is the sixth carbon. Here you can see. Here you can see the ring structure, that penultimate carbon atoms, a hydroxyl group attack the anomeric carbon, and that anomeric carbonyl group comes in the ring. And if hydroxyl group on the right side, this will produce alpha configuration, and if it is on the left side, it produces beta configuration with respect to 6 carbon. So this is the alpha glucose, this is beta glucose. Here you can see the radical on the right side, they come downward, and radical on the left side, they come upward in the ring. This is the 5-member ring, furanose ring, ribose, the penultimate hydroxyl group attack the functional carbon, and it will produce 5-member ring, which is known as furanose ring. Isomerism, there are 3 types of isomerism. There are 2 stereoisomerism. What is stereoisomerism? The monosaccharide which have same molecular weight, but they differ in the position of H and OH group in space or 3-dimensional structure. This is known as stereoisomerism, and the phenomena is known as stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism has 3 types: epimerism, anomerism, and enantiomerism. Epimerism, if the monosaccharide have the same molecular formula, but they differ from each other by the configuration of H and OH group on any chiral carbon, this is known as epimerism. Here you can see, if we change the configuration of hydroxyl group on the second carbon in glucose, it will produce mannose, and if we change the fourth carbon, it will produce galactose. Okay, so these are the epimers of galactose, and mannose are the epimer of glucose. First and last carbon are not chiral carbon. Rest of 4 carbon are chiral carbon because they contain 4 different groups are attached to the carbon atom. Okay, that's why 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the chiral carbon. And according to what of rules, the increasing number of carbon atom, chiral carbon atom, will increase the number of SMR. The mode of gives an formula 2 C2 की power n. N represents the number of chiral carbons. So here are the 4 chiral carbons. It can make 2 into 4 means 16. It can make 16 SMRs. Enantiomer, the monosaccharide which have same molecular formula, but they differ from each other by the orientation of H and OH group on penultimate carbon atom. If the hydroxyl group on the penultimate carbon atom on the right side, it is dextrorotatory, and if on the left side, it is levorotatory. So you can also define if the most of the hydroxyl group on the monosaccharide on the right side, it is dextrorotatory, and if on the left side, it is levorotatory. So they are the mirror images of each other. They are the mirror images of each other, but they cannot superimpose on each other. Like I can see my face on in the mirror. It is mirror images, but we cannot superimpose. So all the monosaccharide which have chiral carbon D and L form, they show optical activity. And a solution which contains 50% D and 50% L form, this is known as racemic mixture, and it does not show any optical activity. Here you can see it is the reference compound for D and L form glyceraldehyde. If the hydroxyl group on the penultimate carbon are right side, it is D glyceride, and its left side it is L glyceride. Then anomalism, if monosaccharide have same molecular formula but they differ by the position of H or OH on anomeric carbon, it is known as anomer, and the phenomena is known as anomalism. So you can see in case of aldehyde, first carbon is anomeric carbon, and in case of ketone, it is second carbon which is anomeric carbon. So in aldehyde we see the first carbon, and in case of ketone we see the second carbon. Why? Because anomeric carbon is that carbon which is achiral before the ring formation, but become chiral after ring formation. That's why it is known as anomeric carbon. In case of glucose, it is first carbon. In case of fructose, it is second carbon. Too many carbohydrates make us fat. Yes, because extra carbohydrate can be changed into fat or protein. So we can say that extra calorie from the carbohydrate can be changed into fat, which is stored in your adipose tissue, and it will increase your belly size. However, if you do not take any carbohydrate into your body, you will use that as a fuel. Thank God for the low carbohydrate. But you have to take carbohydrate for your red blood cells, for your 30% brain cells, which do not have rich quantity of mitochondria. You have to take carbohydrate. If you take fat as a fuel, it will be useful, but you have to take fat in low quantity. Why? Because it produces double amount of energy as compared to protein and carbohydrate. Polysaccharide are used as a shell of crustacean species like crabs and lobster. They have cell wall of chitin, which is made up of repeating monosaccharide and acetyl glucosamine. Ganglioside, which are made up of lipid and carbohydrate. Proteoglycan, they are made up of two things: glycosamine, glycosaminoglycan, trisaccharide, and protein. The end of lecture. Have you any question? Please tell me. If you like that video, please subscribe that channel.